Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. Videos today from Filipina P. Why men get attacked when we leave the West. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. See that chow. It's chow time. This was suggested by you guys. It's that one white OnlyFans girl that was really talking mad ass about passport bros. This is Filipina P's take on it. And it's wonderful because she is a foreigner that lives in these countries. She sees a different view.
Hi folks, the Filipina P here. I haven't done any reaction videos in a while, and I didn't plan on doing one today, but someone sent me a video that I just had to respond to. It's from a woman who seems to know all about you foreigners who look for happiness overseas, and it's not very flattering.
Since you are inferior, since you are insecure, and you don't have what it takes to get any woman in this world, you just lower your standards.
So let's see how she accumulated such wisdom and listen to her advice. Maybe she's onto something.
Hi guys, my name is Bella. Welcome back to my channel. I found this absolutely breathtaking spot to film this very, very deep video for you guys.
Deep?
Very, very deep video?
Like your cavernous vagina deep?
Better let us be the judge of that.
As you guys can see, I'm traveling right now. I'm not in my room anymore. This is not my room, okay? I'm traveling right now.
I mean, if that was your room, you'd be homeless.
Through Southeast Asia, and I have witnessed something really sad.
Well, you don't look very sad about it. You're laughing. Is it the poverty, the trash, the stray animals? Please, I gotta know.
Is the amount of pathetic losers, probably a lot of those that watch my channel as well.
Probably a lot of those that watch my channel as well. Talk that mad ass about your own audience.
That cannot get a girl in their country.
Oh,
And the simps are still gonna just send her money. Stop it!
this crap again.
They are virgins most likely.
Oh no, they're not.
So they literally have to travel.
It's so hard to not... It's so easy to not be a virgin anymore. It's ridiculous that a lot of these women really think they're just so many virgins.
Around the world, pay crazy amount of money, and then pay some more here to get some of these girls, so they don't feel like a loser anymore. And they want to prove to themselves that they are this kind of big alpha guy, which they're not, obviously, but they come here to play this kind of...
I don't really think any passport bros or passport bros in general have ever promoted that they were alphas or alphas. We just want a family. A nice family. What does this alpha come from? We're willing to do what it needs to be done to get a nice family, and that means leaving our country.
like a, circus.
I think you might have that backwards. The men who come here are escaping this circus.
Correct.
And they generally don't give a rip about being an alpha. They just want to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that they can't get a woman back home. They just don't like the products being offered.
Broke,
But let's just call them
dusty,
soft,
musty
okay? It's not a bad
crusties.
thing, right? So, I'm not judgy, right?
Of
Sure.
course you're not judgy. You're obviously the most non-judgmental person I've ever heard.
I do not support this kind of tourism, but by the way, guys, subscribe to my OF. The link is in the description.
You're an OnlyFans model? Oh, this can't even get any better.
Yeah,
So
right.
let me get this straight. Guys are losers when they pay to fly around the world to actually be with a woman, but you want them to pay you for photos of a woman they'll never have? Oh, the irony.
They get this kind of women who are very obviously getting paid to treat the men as if they're some sort of alphas, which they're obviously not. But, imagine...
No, it's just called appreciation for men. Just because women treat men nicely does not mean that they treat them like alphas. Where is this alpha shit coming from? Stop it.
you're so desperate that you have to pay to get a girl to treat you like an alpha. It's just ridiculous to me.
Lady, I don't know what you think the definition of an alpha is, but I can assure you that it's the betas that stay in a country where they have to buy pictures of a woman that calls them losers. Alphas are more likely to take matters into their own hands and do something about it. So how did you gain all this deep knowledge about men?
I have seen it with my own eyes. I saw one guy, he looked like like absolute loser, miserable, desperate for girls, And I saw him in this shop with this Thai woman who was, by the way, quite beautiful. And he was even like trying to get her drunk. Like he was getting so much booze from there and everything.
So you went on vacation and saw a guy drinking with a pretty woman, and you could tell just by looking that he was a loser. And from that, you know that every man who goes overseas to find a partner must be a pathetic reject. Wow, who knew you could learn so much so quickly? Good thing you're not judgy.
So like, not only do you have to travel to another country
Which
to get a
you were
woman,
doing.
but also you have to get her drunk. Because, I think if she sees your small pee-pee down there, like she's just gonna laugh at you and run away too,
Oh, the shame, insult, and guilt. Small pee-pee right off the bat, huh?
And there it is, of course, the obligatory insult about the size of a man's equipment. Can't you come up with anything better than that?
Agreed.
So, yes, guys, this is my experience. You really are so desperate still to go to another country, travel like, across the globe, because you cannot score one in your own. It's kind of sad. They are pee deprived.
Pee deprived? Hey, I post 2 videos a week. The only person that's pee deprived is someone not watching my channel.
And a lot of guys, I have been actually watching some documentaries about this on YouTube because I was interested to know like what other people have to say about it. And I found out that a lot of these guys, they really are, like they admit that they are very lonely in their country. They cannot get any girl. They cannot get any action. They cannot, they just don't feel like men there. And yes, like I've been talking about it in a lot of my videos that the femininity and masculinity roles are kind of like flipped around in the Western countries.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Step 1, you're doing actual research and finding out that men are lonely. Now step 2, look in the mirror and you'll know why. You just admitted that
Easy.
women are acting like men. Do you really think that's what men are looking for? And you seem to be hung up on sex tourism and getting some action, but you're totally missing the point. Now I know this might be hard for you, but try to follow some basic logic. If a guy's spending thousands of dollars just to get here and his purpose is to get some action, wouldn't it be a lot cheaper to hire someone back home? From what I hear, it only costs a few $100. That makes no
Yeah, about a few $100.
sense unless maybe, just maybe, they're looking for something more, like someone they can actually love.
I see it in these guys' eyes, and I see those guys, like you look at them and you can see that they're losers. Like I have actually trained myself really well. When I look at a guy, I can tell. Like I can tell
Trained yourself really well to see losers, huh?
how much of an alpha, beta, whatever
Imagine if I said this. I trained myself so well I can spot whores from a mile away.
he is, how much of a loser blood he has.
Amazing! That's
Oh, it's in our blood now.
incredible! And here I was, spending years delving into the intricacies of male behavior, while you've trained yourself to instantly sniff out loser blood, and all it takes is one glance. But at least you're not judgy.
I think that you all should just go back to your countries and worship the women there instead of trying to prove to yourselves that
Same insult and guilt just to push us back to supporting whores that will not reciprocate whatsoever.
you are someone who you're not.
Who's the real loser now trying to get men back to their countries to support and worship you ladies?
Are you serious?
Right?
Men should stay in their own countries and worship women like you? And what would they possibly get out of that? An autographed picture? I
Not
hate
even.
to say this, but you're delusional.
I think some guys, they just can't accept that, right? Like, they just travel to these countries, and they're like, no, I'm not a loser. I'm not a loser. See, I can get all these side girls. I'm not a loser. Definitely, trust me, But then they get back into their countries, and they're looking at the woman there like, oh, please, goddess, don't destroy me.
Wow. You really think we think you guys are goddesses? Get the fuck out of here.
Lady, any man that sees you as a goddess needs some serious help. I don't understand what it is you think you're offering a man. Why in the world would he try to plan any kind of future with someone like you? And I guarantee that whatever looks you think you may have will be long gone before you convince a quality man to hitch his wagon to your star. And if you're making a living on OnlyFans, then I'm in the wrong business.
And look at my hair, guys. It has a little bit like pink stuff in it. I think it's just so cute.
Yeah, it's like so cute. But I
Yeah.
still don't think it makes what you're selling worth buying. Well, that was the end of our
I
video.
mean, you could put a pink stripe on a freaking Pinto. Doesn't make it a Ferrari.
But not the end of the story. As you might imagine, she got a lot of criticism and turned her comments off.
I'm sure she did because I made a reaction to that video. Plenty of people, like I believe Legion of Men did. Quite a few other people did. So let's see.
But then she made another video to address the first one. Did she apologize? Did
Fuck no.
she see the error of her ways? Let's find out.
Recently, my videos have been attracting a lot of the passport bro community. And if you don't know what passport bros are, they're basically men who are fed up with the dating lifestyle in the West. They're fed up with the way women are in the West, so they decide to go to other countries such as Southeast Asia or South America or Africa, wherever, just not in the West, to find a girlfriend or a wife.
Wow, is this the same woman? She
Right.
accurately described the movement and didn't say a single word about loser betas. See, if you just give a gentle nudge in the right direction, people can actually learn something, and I really think
I don't think it was a gentle nudge. She had turned off her comment section. It was quite a force.
But since you are inferior, since you are insecure, and you don't have what it takes to get any woman in this world, you just lower your standards.
she didn't learn a damn thing. Oh well, get ready for round 2.
So if you are a man watching me and you are genuinely into, I don't know, Asian women, Mexican women, I don't know, Nigerian women, I don't care. But if you're genuinely this kind of a person, you would not be on YouTube watching videos like this, and you would not be in the passport bro community.
Of course you would. In fact, that's exactly where you'd be. In a place where you can hear other guys talking about their experiences and giving their advice. You think it's easy to just uproot your whole life and move to a foreign country? Try it sometime, and you'll see it takes a lot of planning and a lot of guts.
And
Because
money.
passport bro community is just men who are being triggered by the Western women. So they go online and hate on all the Western women who are not the way they want them to be, and they're trying to prove to themselves that they can get what they couldn't get in Europe, they can get it in other countries, right?
What's this obsession you have with proving things?
Right?
They're not trying to prove anything, they're just going where they're appreciated. It's actually very simple. As
We're
for
not trying to show the world that we're some awesome men or we're alphas or we're rich or anything. No, we just want a nice, peaceful life. Leave us alone.
being triggered, gee, I think they're just fed up with being called losers. I wonder who's calling them losers.
The reason why you are going to the other countries to find a woman is because the women in the West are not respecting you. Like, oh my god, women are in
True. I'll agree with you on that. They don't respect men. And why should we be here to support, give these women money and, treat them like goddesses?
entitled, women are feminist in Western countries, women are not feminine, all the like whatever point, it's so easy to point fingers at women, like she's this, it's the woman's fault, this is the reason why I'm going to Thailand, whatever, to find a woman.
Exactly. You finally get it. So we're done here?
But can you for once take a look into the mirror and look at yourself?
We can say the exact same thing to you, girl.
Because if Western women trigger you, it's because there's something wrong about you. There's something triggering something in you.
How convenient. Just blame it on the man again. So let me get this straight. If
I do agree about the triggering part. If we are triggered by Western women, it is our problem because we're getting triggered by it. But no, we're not getting triggered. We just don't like you ladies.
someone gets triggered, it means there's actually something wrong with them. I have to remember that next time I debate a feminist. I bet that'll go over real well.
Either they cannot afford a Western woman, they are not tall enough for a Western woman. They are not successful enough for a Western woman. They're not educated enough. Because let me tell you one thing. If you are a true alpha male, you would not have a single problem getting any woman.
Hogwash. First of all, you're still stuck in this alpha beta thing, which has very little to do with the situation. There are plenty of alphas here, and it's not because they can't get a woman back home. They're just not finding the woman they want. Do you just want any man? Don't you want to find the best one?
Yep.
So do they. And as far as men not being rich enough or tall enough, what would you have them do? Rob a bank and sprinkle themselves with Miracle Grow?
They just don't want to put any effort into the relationship. You know, in the West, you have to put effort, right? In the West, you have to actually make some money. You have to spend money to be with a woman. You have to really
So we have to pay for prostitutes. Gotcha.
work to do that. But as soon as you go to these other countries, it's so simple for you to get admiration, to get any woman, to treat her because everything is cheap. So you're just somebody who is lazy and does not want to put any effort into these women, because no, you know you're gonna get that because you're someone in these countries, since you're no one in the West.
You really have no clue, do you? I'm sure your vacation in Asia made you an expert in these matters, but if you think that men come here because they're lazy and don't want to put any effort into a relationship, then you obviously don't know anything about Filipinas. We're hard work. Sure, we get our share of duds, but it's like that anywhere you go. The only true thing you said was that a man is worth more here. But so what? Didn't you just say that men need to spend a lot of money to get a Western woman? So if it's about money, why pay more to get someone like you when you can spend less to get someone like me?
So what about you just admit that you are just not having what it takes to be an alpha in the Western country, and this is why you're feeling so
No one wants to be alphas in the Western country. Who wants to be alpha with these women that want to be alphas with us?
triggered by Western women, and you go to these other countries to make up for this trigger and to get a little bit of a hit of admiration.
So how about you? Just admit that you don't have what it takes to attract any self-respecting man, and that you're triggered
You
by
are broke,
foreign women
dusty,
because
musty,
they're
crusty.
stealing the spotlight away from you and your OnlyFans. See, I can make stuff up too. And if that triggered you, it means it's your fault, remember?
Influential and very rich men in the West. They like a good challenge, okay?
No, we don't.
They like to be able to get the best women of the best. They don't want to get anybody easy like you can get in the Philippines or in Thailand or whatever, just because
Western women really think that they are the best of the best. No, Western women are the trash of the trash. If you go globally, nobody wants a Western woman.
you're a white man. Actual influential men want a woman on their shoulder that is a goddess. They do not want a woman that anybody can have.
I hate to tell you this, but you're full of crap.
Yeah.
Very
And you
rich
have
men come here
OnlyFans.
to find a wife too. Fortune 500 execs, aerospace engineers, wealthy business owners. I just had one on my show a few weeks ago. You seem to see things only in terms of rich alphas and poor betas, but there's so much more to it than just money, money, money.
True.
Whether a man's rich or poor, he might actually find someone here that fits his definition of a goddess.
Let me tell you one thing. I have been in Southeast Asia. These women are absolutely gorgeous. They are so caring. They're so feminine. I am not putting hate on them, but let's be honest. These women do not have requirements like the Western women do.
Now let's
Wow.
see. Women in Southeast Asia are gorgeous, caring, and feminine. So isn't that exactly what men are looking for? For a woman that claims to know what's going on, you sure don't sound like it. What is it you think you have that we don't? Education? We have just as many college graduates as you do.
Probably more.
Money? You think men actually care if a woman's broke? Please, sir, I want some more. A man only wants a woman who loves and respects him,
Yep.
which he already admitted is what's lacking in their lives. Coming here seems like the logical choice.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.
Well, you're very welcome, and I enjoyed both of your videos, but probably not for the reason you might imagine. Now, I used to think that a majority of young Western women felt the way this one does, but I realized that's not the case. There are still plenty of reasonable women in your part of the world that would make great partners. The The question is, are there enough to go around?
Nope.
Judging from the number of foreign expats here, clearly not. Well, that's it for this episode, and I'll be back on Tuesday with something new.
Shout outs to Filipina P for defending foreign women and defending Western men because she sees it. She interviews high quality men, rich, wealthy men that travel and looking for exactly what they're looking for. A beautiful goddess to take care of. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that.